defense into the Department of War. I said to Pete, you know, Pete's a tough cookie, and I said to Pete, I used to do interviews with him, and all he wanted to talk about was the military. I said, this guy's great, smart guy, great education, great everything. The press gave him a hard time, real hard time, but he's really proven to be very, very good, very, very strong. Young, strong, smart. We have Raisin Cain, the great general who knocked out ISIS for us in 4 weeks. Raisin Cain, they said it was going to take, right? They said it was going to take 5 years, sir. Or, sir, it'll take 5 years. He said, sir, I can do it in 4 weeks. Did it in 3 weeks. Knocked out ISIS. He did a hell of a job in knocking out the Iran nuclear capability. We knocked out the Iran nuclear capability. Now compare that to Jimmy Carter, the Democrats. Well, he was a nice man, but he was. But we don't really want a nice man. You want to have somebody that's capable. You know, they were talking about Greg Gutfeld. He's a very good guy. Greg Gutfeld, very good. But Greg Gutfeld he didn't like me very early in his, he didn't like me. I don't know, he just didn't like me. And it was all right, but, you know, it's okay, I'll live with it. Then all of a sudden he started saying, you know, I don't like this guy, but everything he says, he gets it done. And, you know, then he gone a couple of months later and he started going like, I'm starting to like that guy better. Every damn thing he says, he gets it done. And it's all really good, common sense, tough stuff. I've never seen anything like it. Everything he says, he gets done. And then he started to really like me. And then we did an interview. It was supposed to be a 10-minute interview. It lasted for 2 hours. There was a good chemistry. And he did 5 shows, all 5 shows that week. And he got the highest ratings that anyone's ever gotten in that time slot. And he became legendary. I'm happy for him. But there was something. But he said, during the process, he said, so would I rather have a guy as president who was really a nice guy who I liked, or a guy who I can't stand that gets everything done and turns our country into a great country again? And he was smart. It was a very interesting process, but he's a great guy. He's doing really well. Totally dominates the late night. Totally dominates. I guess those morons that they have at the Kimmel. What bad people? In 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Kosovo, Serbia, Pakistan, and India. They were going at it. Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia. You didn't know about that. Armenia and Azerbaijan.
You've been in there 12
and
months.
I hate to say this, one named Cambodia, Thailand, and it started up today. Tomorrow I have to make a phone call, and I think they'll get us. Who else could say, I'm going to make a phone call and stop a war of 2 very powerful countries, Thailand and Cambodia? They're going at it again. But I'll do it. So we're making peace through strength. That's what we're doing. We've cut federal funding for any school that pushes critical race theory or transgender insanity. No more money. We banned the chemical, surgical mutilation of children. Think of this. Can you imagine if you were up here 15 years ago? We have banned the chemical mutilation of children. They'd say, this guy's crazy. We actually had to ban it. But think, can you imagine that? Or I have stopped men from playing in women's sports. They'd say, this guy's crazy. Men don't play in women's sports. Stop men. Well, that's another thing. We stopped men from playing in women's sports, and we're restoring the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley in beautiful Alaska. And I renamed the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. So in conclusion, from the shipyards of Philadelphia to the steel mills of Pittsburgh, these are great places. Maybe some of you don't even realize it. You know, you get used to it a little bit too much sometimes, but these are great places. From the union halls of Scranton to the kitchen tables of millions of Pennsylvania families, we're bringing prosperity and pride surging back to this magnificent Commonwealth. We're bringing it surging back here hot. Our country's hot and you're hot. Together, we're repairing 4 years of disaster by the radical left Democrats in Congress and by the worst president in the history of our country. He is. I mean, it's not a question about that. He's just the worst president in the history of our country. What the damage thank you very much. The damage he's done to our country is something we can never forget. After just 10 months, our border is secure, our spirit is restored, inflation is stopped, wages are up, prices are down, our nation is strong, America is respected again, and the United States is back. People, right? All these all of my friends right up here. Every single, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. He looks like The Rock. You look like The Rock. Stand up. Let me see what you look like. Yeah, look at that. The Rock would be very happy with that look. Every single day of this administration, we will keep on working for the hard-working American citizens, people that love our country. We will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. And with your help, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Thank you. We love you, Pennsylvania. Merry Christmas.
That was President Trump in Mount Pocono, Pennsylvania, looking to juice up Republicans ahead of the midterms. The big theme tonight, making America affordable again. Making Money host Charles Payne is here. So this is the official start of the midterms, Charles. Big affordability push. How'd the president spell it out?
I think he did a fantastic job. You know, you got to put this all in perspective. You know, Jesse, one day a few years ago under President Biden, America went to sleep and we woke up. We were on the 100th story of the Empire State Building. We don't know how the hell we got there. We're all afraid of heights, and we don't know how to get down. So guess what? When you're on the 97th floor, you're still afraid. It takes some time, but look at the things that have happened. Gasoline prices down to a 4-year low. I love what he said about mortgages because that is so critical. Everyone's talking about the housing thing. Listen, President Trump is fighting a huge battle against the media. I just want to give you an example. Mortgage rates are surging ahead of the Fed. This was in Market Watch yesterday. Today, mortgage rates hit the lowest level in over a year. And by the way, that was from the National Federation of Retailers. So this is a hell of a battle. He's got to get out there because he's fighting messages like this. Here's the irony. The Economist, again, no fan of Trump. Even as Americans increasingly disapprove of Donald Trump's performance, they still trust Republicans more on crime, immigration, and economy. Central to any Democratic resurgence in 2026 will be working out why. Why? Because we know what's going to happen. 2026 is going to be huge. We've got all the big, beautiful bill stuff kicking in. You got the tax rates kicking in. Everyone agrees we're going to have a middle-class wage hike. It's going to be great. By the way, inflation will continue to come down.
Yeah, so that's coming down, and it was smart the way he connected that to the border. He said because of this job creation, we're not having migrants take the jobs, and the border is secure, so wages are now going up. No one's really been able to tell that story the way he can.
Right. Well, you know, you go for a job and it pays $20 an hour, and someone says, I'll do it for 15. It's hard to compete against that. But not only that, though, you don't have to compete for housing. Rents are coming down because of this. Rents are coming down rapidly, particularly in big cities, right? And this is where people who struggle to live in big cities